All right, Jeremy, I got some intel.
Mike, put this trash bag on.
No, I have the intel.
Mike, put this trash bag on.
You put the trash bag on.
Put it on.
No, you put it on. All right, Jeremy, now you get in this trash can.
All right, you going with me?
Well, I have my own trash
I'm
can.
gonna hug you and we're gonna jump in.
In the one trash can? No. Now everyone can see us in the trash can, though.
Mike, be quiet.
Yeah,
Blend in.
Jeremy, we're fully visible.
Be the trash.
Jeremy, it's two men hugging in a trash can.
Oh, here it comes.
Yep, here it is.
Here's the truck.
All right, Jeremy, so when we get in there, this is going to take us to a podcast.
Is it?
Yes.
No, I thought we were just pulling a prank on the trash guy.
What? Oh, no, this is for a podcast.
Oh, is that what you were trying to say?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know. I thought you were on the same page.
I thought we just had the same idea.
Okay, well, here we go.
Compare you from a kiss from a rose on the what the hell's going on here?
Mike, we're in a SEAL concert.
Oh, wait. Sir, why are you here?
I pick up trash cans for a living. What are you guys doing in this?
Well, you have to be in the cockpit. Is that what they call the cockpit?
I don't know if it's a cockpit.
The cockpit of a garbage
Is it the
truck?
cab?
No, this is old school style, man. I mean, this whole community was born in the 1910s.
Oh, this is the most rebellious year there was.
You have like a little desk inside the back of the trash truck.
Yeah, I was trying to do a little show here, but
Is that a
it startled
microphone?
me. I was trying to do my podcast on seal songs.
Jeremy, no, the podcast we're trying to steal doesn't cover seal songs. They cover video games.
Yeah, video games.
Do you do video games too?
Oh boy, that's a great question. Actually, yes.
Jeremy, this is the podcast.
You know, I always thought they should have had Kiss from a Rose on a Thorn in the Batman Arkham Asylum game.
I mean, I don't disagree with you.
It just felt like it fit.
It probably didn't have the funding.
Yeah, he's doing a podcast.
Well, Jeremy, we are here to steal your podcast.
Oh, so you're not here to steal the Sealcast, right? You're here for my retro video game Garbage Man podcast?
Yeah, right. Yes, correct. That one, the video game one, not the seal one. Wait, do you have a seal
I'd
podcast?
love to steal that one.
I just started it 20 minutes ago, and you guys just ruined my whole production.
Well, maybe for another day for that one, but we're here for the video game one.
Okay, well.
Jeremy, the compactor! The compactor!
no.
Oh, no! Stop it!
Oh God, I'm sorry guys. It's just a habit. I dump the cans and I pull the lever. Oh no.
You're in here too!
Oh God, yes, I don't know, it's kind of a kink.
Oh, no!
Two best buddies are talking about whatever they want. They're looking for a show to steal and treasure to haunt. Michael and Jeremy steal your podcast. Michael and Jeremy steal your podcast. They like to get crazy, talk a lot of trash. Michael and Jeremy steal your podcast.
Welcome to Michael and Jeremy Steal Your Podcast. Coin noises. Hey, Jeremy.
Hey, Mike.
How are you?
Ba-ding.
Shkaging. Are there any other coin noises other than the iconic Mario coin noises? Where else do you collect coins?
The casino.
Yep. Oh, the classic game Casino Madness. Yes.
Trivial Pursuit.
Trivial Pursuit. Lots of coins dealt around in Trivial Pursuit.
In my version.
On the NES. Welcome everybody. Yes, if you didn't gather that Super Garbage Day is a podcast about video games, then you're not doing your due diligence.
You're supposed to research every show we steal.
Also, Super Garbage Day just screams video games. You remember the video game Super Garbage Day?
Is that like Because people started
like
throwing
Paperboy.
yes, people started throwing away all their video games because it's all there's no more physical discs. Super garbage days when you find a bunch of discs of video games in a garbage can
I have a few hard copies of video games.
for your PS5.
Not for that specifically, because
Okay.
well, Jeremy, I did have one briefly for a PS5 that didn't have a disc drive. I bought it simultaneously, so I bought the PS5. It had no disc drive, and I knew that. And I was like, oh, this one's cheaper because it doesn't have a disc drive. I'll take a hard copy of Last of Us, please. Remastered for the PS5.
Wait,
I get home, I get it plugged in, and then I'm looking at the game, and I'm looking at the console, and I was like, what the fuck did I just do? Why did I do this? Luckily, I was able to. I had an open. The problem is, if you open up the wrapping on the video game, you can't return it.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, it's. I had just held it up, and I was about to open it, and then I was like, "There's nowhere for you to go." So I did take it back to Walmart, and I did get a refund, and then I did buy a game, which it wasn't that one. I did not buy that one. Which, Jeremy, can you explain to me when it comes to video games, why is it more expensive to download the fucking thing than it is to buy a physical copy? There's a product like,
Wait, is it?
someone shipped it?
I've never heard this before.
Yeah,
Is
so
it?
it was $10 cheaper to buy the hard copy at Walmart than it was to download the game through the internet.
So you save money buying the console that doesn't take a disc, but the game is more expensive. So you might as well just buy the one that can do both.
But the thing is, Jeremy, it's like, how do you justify this? Like, again, it took gasoline to get this game.
Yeah, it's petroleum
there.
based.
It took there's a manufacturing plant that have a staff of people working there,
Yeah,
pressing out these games.
President Petrol over there in Colombia converted some crude oil to make that video game.
Plastic, the case, right? So someone's stamping out. There's shit, dude. I mean, like, I just don't understand how that could be less expensive.
It's got to be in
Than the ethereal game file transferring into your hard drive through the internet.
terabytes are expensive.
Tolls.
Yep.
Internet tolls.
Internet trolls.
Internet trolls. Jeremy.
By golly, we've done it.
We've done it. Under the proverbial internet bridge.
So what does Super Garbage Day talk about? They talk
Jeremy,
about
they cover a video game. It's got to be over 20 years. And what they do is they play the video game that's over 20 years old, vintage games, and then they review that game and talk about their experiences and things like that. They have fun segments. I see some buttons on their board here, Jeremy. We'll be pressing those, I guess.
there's buttons.
Yep, there's buttons on the board. Oh, that's weird that they would have that on.
I think
their
I've
board.
heard that one before.
I've heard that one. So B. Ross and Van Fernal.
B. Ross.
B. Ross.
Betsy Ross?
That's right, Jeremy.
Didn't she make the flag?
Betsy Ross.
Yep.
It has to be it. Surely it's not Bob Ross. We all know he died. So it must be Betsy Ross. So Jeremy, we've been playing video games for over 20 years.
A long time.
Well over 20
A long
years.
time. What was your first console?
My first console was NES.
Me too.
Yeah.
No. My first console was the SNES.
Yeah, the Super Nintendo.
Yep, that was the first one.
I never had a Super Nintendo. It skipped and went straight to Sega.
You did. You know what? It was fun. You were like one of the only Sega people that I knew.
Sega.
You had the Sega, the original one, and then didn't you also have a Dreamcast? Mm-mm. Or you had a GameCube?
My brother had a GameCube, which he
Jeff.
never let me touch or look at.
Oh, I got to play it.
Yeah, of course, because you'd come over and he'd be like, a friend.
He's like, check out my super cool GameCube. I was
Yeah.
like, this is dope.
Yeah. And then it stinks because you can't get the fucking Zelda game that came out on GameCube. The fart in the wind.
The wind raper.
Wind sexual assault. And that's one of those games that isn't available like on the Nintendo suite of games that you can play, the classic games like available on their like subscription service. Like, and so the only way it's on 2 consoles. You have to have the console and the game physically, and so the cost of the game. I've looked into it. I wanted to get it for Delaney.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, shit, dude, the game is $100, and then to get a refurbished working GameCube with like a warranty, you know, you're paying $200. You know, these consoles just don't go down in price ever. They only just
They go up.
Yeah, they go up. You know,
I was gonna get Guitar Hero. Too expensive, dude. It's just too much to buy everything.
and then you're just like, where did these things I have go?
I ask myself that every day.
Some kids broke into my house when I was a kid and stole my Sega.
You had kids break into your house?
Yeah, we know it was kids because they crawled in through the window and went straight for like the video game stuff and like into the kids' bedroom.
Oh, they had to have known you.
And so none of my mom's jewelry was gone. Nothing like that cost money in like the main house. They went straight into our kid room and took the Sega and took $20 that I got from my pop in my Power Rangers wallet.
Oh, but they left the wallet.
They left the wallet.
That Power Ranger's gay.
It was a Black Ranger Power Rangers wallet, and it had $20 that I got from my pop for my birthday, and they took the Sega and my $20.
This had to have been someone you knew.
I don't know, maybe.
Why would they just break into a random house and go straight for video games? It would have to be someone who knew.
You know, Jimmy, I've never actually thought about this.
Yeah, it would have to be someone who knew you.
Was it you, Jimmy?
Yeah, oh, yep.
Did you steal my Sega?
Hey, Mom, can you drop me off? What do you mean? Hey, Mike and Jeff are on their way over. Great, can I get a ride to their house? You guys were my only friends.
Now, we could pick one game and talk about it and do the whole garbage day in a super way. Day.
I'm trying to figure out who stole your shit, man.
Well, Jimmy,
You had to have friends at that age. How old were you?
Oh gosh, 6.
Oh, okay. So you little.
Yeah.
Elementary school or right?
Elementary school, yeah.
What is that? 2nd grade?
This is the house on Park Ave.
Oh, the spooky house.
The spooky house.
Spooky house.
Yeah.
With the permanent graveyard in it.
Yeah, it really did.
It was a permanent fake graveyard.
It was a permanent fake graveyard.
Your mom is so spooky.
Yeah. And then in her old age, she has instead of having a year-round all the time graveyard, she has a year-round all the time dancing Santa.
Well, to be fair, her house is subtly and not so subtly decorated still in the macabre.
Yeah. There's like dragons and
dining room table's
gargoyles.
on top of a giant Ouija board.
It is a giant Ouija board.
Oh, you guys want to come over for dinner?
Yeah.
Sit on my demon rug.
It's got one of those like fake candle wrought iron chandeliers above her table, and
Your mom is so spooky that I have in the studio closet two what are they staunches? What do you call them?
Sconces?
Sconces, where you put a candle, spooky candles on them.
the sconces are very staunch, Jeremy.
Yeah, they are staunch. They're robust. And I have a spooky metal chandelier in here that holds candles that your
Yeah.
mom gave me.
Is it the kind of silvery one?
No, it's fucking... Open up the thing.
No, I'm not doing that. Jeremy, so we could super garbage date up, or we could...
Do you think it was your neighbor? Was it your friend David?
No, there's no way it was
He
David.
lived right by you.
David wouldn't have done that.
He would have seen when you left.
David wouldn't have done
David's a stand-up guy.
that. David's a great guy.
He's a veteran.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
And I mean, the only other kids on the street were Tori and Taylor,
I haven't heard those names in so long.
right?
I forgot they existed.
The twins.
They stole your shit.
I hope not. Dude, their dad could buy them whatever they wanted.
Yeah, but where's the thrill in that?
They would go fishing, and they had a boat, and it was, yeah, man. It was, they had everything.
You keep in touch?
No. No, that's like one of those. You're really good friends in elementary school, and then you go to different middle schools, but then you meet up again in high school,
Yep.
and then you just kind of pretend like you guys were never friends ever.
Oh, no, I had a different reaction. I'd be like, "Oh my god, what's up?" Random name I just came up with.
Rachel,
What's up? What's up, my brother Rachel? Remember when we did a blood pact in elementary school?
it's weird. Your name wasn't Rachel, 3 years ago.
Times are changing. Thanks, Obama. Yeah, no, I walk up. I go, "Hey, what's up, dude?" And they just look at me like, "Ugh." I don't associate with you because if you remember, our school split up when it was time to go to middle school. This other high school decided that it was going to become a middle school as well.
Yeah.
So all of the like really smart kids went to the new place, and all of us like bad kids went to another.
Yeah.
So I was separated from a lot of my friends. And when I saw them again in high school, I was like, "What's up, dude?" They're like, "Ugh, I'm a straight A. I'm basically a lawyer. I'm 12."
And then it's funny, I had a middle school girlfriend, right? And then she broke up with me when I was at my dad's in Indiana. She broke up with me over AOL Instant Messenger.
She aimed you?
She aimed me. I had my screen name Imodium, and we were in a chat room with her friend, and I was just. I don't know. They were talking. I was in the chat room, and I was just like, cheese.
Oh, no. You joined their private thing?
No. We were all talking together. It was just I was chiming, and she's like, "You know what? You're so immature and dumb. I'm fucking over it."
You're like, fucking.
And I was like, "No, it's just a damn it."
I'm 11.
Yeah. And then, we both go to the same high school, and then it's just that thing where, if we ever pass each other in the hall, it's no eye contact. You forget. You both forget you ever had a relationship, and that you even knew who they are. Well, she did that to me.
If I ignore this, it'll just go away.
Yep. Why would I stop and say hi to this person who means nothing to me?
So when something like that happened to you, you went home and what'd you do, Mike? Played a video game?
No, it didn't hurt. I didn't. Oh, yeah. I see. Yeah. So at that point, rocking the Xbox. I think Halo's 20 years now. 20 years old now.
I think it is the original on the original Xbox.
Oh my God, is Halo a vintage game now?
Are you feeling old yet? Ouch, my back.
Oh my God, Jeremy, Halo's a vintage game now. It was released in 2001, the year of our Lord, 2001.
Wow. 24?
24-year-old game, Halo, is...
Well, you're just a little bit older than me. Halo for me was when my brother would come over to the house with all of his football friends. They'd have two original Xboxes.
Which brother, Rob?
Sam.
Oh, Sam.
All of my brothers played football. But this was Sam. He would come over with all of his football buddies, and our dad would cook up a bunch of food for the boys. And they'd bring a TV and two Xbox originals, and they would hook them up LAN party style with the Ethernet cable.
Yep. If you were going to play with people, multiple people, you needed to connect that shit physically.
Yep. And
create a LAN bridge.
And so they move out in the living room. They'd clear space and set up a TV. And then the others would go. We had like that Florida room. It was a Florida room, but it was always like under construction. Like the carpet was gone. It was just like concrete floor.
Yeah, it was just
spiders.
It just gave up. But then they would fill it with nice furniture, and a nice it's a fully unfinished room that you walk into and you're like a marble decorative side table with a very nice vase on it and a leathered sofa.
It was this big leather recliner studio or like cinema seating fucking
yeah.
It's
like there's a crack in the slab
and they just smoke cigarettes.
Yeah. It was bizarre.
But yeah, they'd hook all their stuff up and I'd watch them play. I was like, what the hell are they playing? And it was Halo. I had no idea what Halo was. And then I was gifted one of their old Xboxes
Yeah.
and with Halo. And so I started playing through the campaign. And that was like one of my big journeys into video game, like playing video games.
Yeah. And Halo was, when Halo came out, Let's Play YouTube videos didn't exist.
Right.
There wasn't anybody like streaming Halo. And so now, Jeremy, there's a resurgence of people who do that now. They have a channel and they're playing Halo, the original Halo, for the first time. And it's funny because there's a guy who's taking like reactions as soon as they meet the Flood in Halo.
Oh, yeah.
And the reaction's like, this is turning into a horror game.
Dude, the first time that you're playing and the Flood comes in and the little fucking thing goes into a body
Yeah.
and then animates the body, it was, dude,
Yeah.
you just become so invested. You are Master Chief,
Yeah.
which I don't really have with video games anymore. I used to have that feeling like I am this character and I'm living in this world. Like I would keep replaying missions to keep my Marines alive.
Yeah.
In Halo, they're just disposable Marines.
Yep.
But I would just replay
Gary,
and replay.
no!
Yeah,
Get away from there! The Covenant are coming!
And they were very progressive. So whenever Gary or Jessica would die, I'd be like, no, I have to restart the episode.
They must make it to the end.
And then I would switch seats with them and try different tactics, however I could keep them alive. But yeah, that being in, I think Dead Space was another one.
Dead Space is great.
Where you felt like you were
terrifying
Isaac.
game.
You walk it through and you're like, I am Isaac. And I'm on this ship. And these things are trying to
And
kill
I'm
me.
here to fix it, I guess.
Yeah, I'm
an engineer.
I was trying to sell my buddy. He's an older guy. And but he loves video games. And I was like, have you ever heard of Dead Space? He's like, no, what's it about? I'll play it. I'll check it out. I said, well, it's a fellow tradesman is sent to a ship to get its systems back online. And that's all I told him.
Hey, I'm here to fix your roof. Oh no, the house is haunted. Oh no. And it's just like this big roofing guy, and he's got his like nail gun in the house fighting monsters.
Basically,
God.
Basically,
that's what Dead Space is.
He's just with his tools.
Yeah.
I love that, dude. I love that game. Is that vintage yet?
Dead Space?
Dead Space 1? That's Xbox original, isn't it? Or is it 360?
No, it's definitely not.
360?
It is, but yes. I don't think that's 2000. Jeremy, it might be right on the cusp.
It might be.
Dead Space might be a vintage game now. Oh no! Why are we doing this to ourselves, Jeremy?
They came out with the remaster, which is so good. I bought it. So good.
Original. Okay, we're not there yet, Jeremy. We have 3 years.
3 years till it's vintage.
We have 3 years of glorious calling Dead Space non-vintage. 3 years of everybody. 3 years. Dead Space is an antique in 3 years.
What a good game.
Great game.
Cut the limbs off.
Fix the door frame. Right? He didn't fix shit in that game.
No, he did put the systems back online. And then you can move the batteries around to change to different systems.
All he does, I'm sorry, I'm going to spoil this for everybody. So the end of the game, he walks in, he turns it off.
Wait,
Jeremy. He walks into the room.
It's not even vintage yet. They have time.
Jeremy, he walks into the room, he turns it off, and he turns it back on again. And then that's the game.
Well, you forgot to mention that he keeps it unplugged for 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah. Right. And then he has to kill like 2 zombies or something while he's waiting for that. It's actually a very, very climactic end.
When he goes to unplug the computer, it's one of those like button mashing things.
Yeah.
Like
Where you're just pulling the cord out of the router. On the space router.
No, so you don't understand. It's a space router.
Yeah, it's a space router. It's a big deal. Jeremy, this is the future.
It is the future.
It's a game set in the futuristic horror. Yeah, Jeremy, and all to think that the whole thing that caused it was super AIDS.
Super AIDS.
Yep, in Dead Space.
I think it was religious space AIDS.
Yeah, religious super space AIDS. Please make that a game.
It's not a game; it's a lifestyle. Mike.
It's a cult of space nerds with super AIDS. Guess what? The ship You got to turn it back on.
Ship's off.
Ship's off. You got to turn it on. And then get the fuck out of there.
What is my purpose? I turn on ships.
My name's Isaac.
My name's Isaac.
I went to a 2-year technical college.
Clark. Isaac Clark. Hey, have any of you seen my wife? I miss my wife.
I miss my wife.
The ending of Dead Space did get me, though. It did. It is a twist.
Yeah. It's iconic. All right, Jamie. So, one thing that I did do is, and this is for all of you, please subscribe to our socials, because we'll put out APBs when we do recordings, and we open the doors for people to call into the show with their knowledge on any topic such as vintage video games. So we did put that out. Phone number is 903-287-0660. Don't call that number now. We won't answer.
I mean, call it whatever you want.
Yeah, then leave a voicemail or a text message. We'll play it on the show. So, Jamie, I think we should go into a segment.
A segment?
Yeah, I think we should go into a segment.
All right.
All right, Jamie, there's a button. Hit that button. So that's the noise that they play when they go into a segment like this one, which we take submitted questions, which, hey, join our Discord, links in the description, and we ask people to, what's your gaming question, right? It could be anything related to video games. So why don't we go and see some of these, Jamie? Actually, not only that, as people were submitting questions, some people were answering the questions on the Discord.
Okay.
So we'll go over some of those too. All right. Number 1, Jamie. Whose theme music would you want as your own theme music? You'd have to hear it anytime you're doing anything. Anything.
Any video game.
Any video game. Theme song.
Theme song. Oblivion. Does it have to be one song, or is it the whole soundtrack?
I guess, yeah. I mean, the themes. Well, theme song kind of implies like title screen.
Yeah, that's why I went Oblivion, because Skyrim's is too intense. Dovahkiin. Yeah, and like the I don't want that all the time.
Why is the rum gone?
But if it is the whole like soundtrack, so that the music matches what I'm doing, I would go Skyrim.
So you're implying that you walk into Riftons and Skyrim. I don't remember any Oblivion.
So you're going into Bruma.
Okay.
You're walking into Kvatch for the first time, and it's under attack.
Right.
And you by the gates of Oblivion, and so the Skyrim music kicks in for action. Mm-hmm. Because you have to become the hero of Kvatch, obviously.
while you're making a tuna fish sandwich,
you have to be the hero of Kvatch.
You have no choice.
It's pinnacle.
You got to collect the keystone.
The keystone. Yep. The marble keystone.
Sigil
thing.
stone.
The sigil stones.
Yes. We got there. You have to collect that sigil stone at the top of the tower.
When you learn that dupe glitch, and you just dupe glitch sigil stones everywhere.
Oh, yeah. They're so rare. And just like you're swimming in the sea of them.
My favorite was to go into like a small tavern and get a follower into a room, and then I would just multiply watermelons. There'd be like 300 watermelons would just pop up in the room, and the game starts crashing and lagging, and the follower's trying to get out of the fucking watermelons. But if you can successfully get out of that room and load somewhere else, then the game's fine. But that room is a nightmare when you have to go back in. So if you forget where you duped something and you walk back into that shop and all of a sudden your game starts crashing, there's watermelons everywhere.
And you want this? This is your life now.
This is it.
This is your life.
You have to start a new game. It's over.
You're just going through your save files and you've labeled one watermelon no. Do not return. Okay, theme song. I mean, there's Doom, but it's too intense.
The newest one is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But you'd have to be fighting all the time.
Duke Nukem's pretty good. It's like, on the same kind of.
What? How's that one go?
Hell yeah.
I'm all out of bubblegum.
I don't remember any of the one-liners he says.
I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of gum. Which they also say in They Live. Good movie.
Not a video game, Jamie.
Well, could be.
Especially not a vintage video game.
I mean,
I am going to go.
Earthworm Jim.
Oh my God, the soundtrack for Earthworm Jim is so good. Oh, hey, we got a caller.
Hey.
From
Robert the Almighty.
Oh,
Oh, hey, what is we
hello,
got?
Robert the Almighty. Welcome to the show.
Gentlemen, it is great to hear from you.
What's going on?
Not much, man. I heard that we were talking video games. My nerd boner came in.
I've had a been raging one all day.
Absolutely.
Well, what have we been talking about? Because I haven't been able to hear. Like, catch me up.
Okay, well, we talked. Congratulations, Halo is now a vintage game.
Oh wow!
Because it's over 20 years old.
Wow, that hurt.
It's painful.
Yeah, that really is.
I still remember the first time I heard the like.
Oh, listen, man. I kid you not. There was 10 army guys in one little barracks room. All of us getting shit faced and just playing Halo all night. I mean, that was our Saturday night. You know what I mean?
That's so fun to me that so you guys are over there fighting, and when you weren't fighting, you were like, let's put this video game in where we're fighting.
Yeah, 100%. So they did send PlayStation 3s to the shopette so that way we could buy them in Iraq while we were there, or PlayStation 2s, one of the, I don't remember which one. But yeah, it's because like when we weren't doing raids or anything, like we were just sitting there like playing Madden, playing bullshit, doing Halo and stuff. It was actually like that's the best way to do it.
So they made PlayStations available for you to buy in Iraq?
100% in Iraq. Yes.
If you're gonna go through if you're gonna go through all of those logistical jumps, wouldn't you just give them to the guys for free?
No, you can't do that.
We have a play box for sale.
Yeah.
Would anyone like a play box?
Because they would like send all like everything that we would need, so like cameras, books, CDs, stuff like that. They would send it all to the PX, and then we would be able to buy a video game. Same thing. It's either that or we're throwing rocks at puppies. You know, like we have to spend our time doing something.
I'd like to see that turn into a video game.
So playing Halo, what was your first thought when you came across the Flood in Halo?
The Flood?
Yeah, the Flood, the little parasites that make they get into like alien bodies and turn them into zombies, and then they would try and do it to you.
Listen, bro, with us, it was just mostly us playing against each other.
It was it's like the birth of what
Fuck the story.
Call of Duty's so big now because of that same thing. People would buy Halo just to play with their buddies online.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't even online. We had to sit in the same room together and do the four-way.
Yeah, hook up with the LAN party.
Yeah, 100%, man. So it would be a bunch of us just sitting around drinking beer and like taking turns on the fucking controllers.
Yeah,
and accusing each other of cheating and yelling at each other. So it was awesome.
String like 100-foot Ethernet cable so you're in two different rooms.
The invention of spawn camping.
Oh, Halo, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Dude, that was the worst, man. Especially when one of those little pricks got the sword and would just sit there and be like, oh, ultimate stab, fuck you.
Rob, now that we're talking about it, it seems like spawn camping is an actual tactic that we probably use in the military, right?
Well, I mean, I never saw anyone just vanish in front of me. It's just like, oh, you know?
But it's like, all right, they're coming through this door. Everyone point at this door. This is where they're coming
Yeah,
at.
100%. Yeah, 100%. You got fatal funnels and stuff like that, you know? They definitely use, especially now, they use tactics. But, I mean, like, back in the day, especially because I'm a crappy player, it was just like run around. I'm the agent of chaos. You know, like I don't know if I'm going to get a kill, but if I am, I'm going to sneak up behind you and do it.
It's like you don't even need ammo. You're just pressing B, smack him in the back of the head.
I'm just sprinting everywhere, hoping to hit somebody, buddy. Yeah, but listen, it's really funny because like you told me about the retro games, and like the first game I remember playing is 1984 or 1987. Rambo came out for the NES, and I was like 5, and I remember playing that game, and it was horrible, but it was so much fun. Like it still burnt into my memory. Like it was amazing.
We were talking a little earlier before you called about how you would play a game and you'd feel like you were the character, like you were in that world.
Oh yeah,
when you're young. So like you were Rambo, dude.
Yeah, especially being a kid, you know, like I was just like, you know, kindergarten age. So I'm like, oh, Rambo fighting gorillas. It's, you know, like it's the best thing that you could ever do because like the graphics are so shitty. So all you're doing is just like shooting out little pixels or throwing a pixelated knife. And I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. This is how real world works.
Well, a much better vintage game is the 1991 Terminator game that came for the
I see what you're
Terminator
doing.
arcade game that is still played to this day and is a staple of all arcades.
100%, buddy.
The T2
I
arcade
spent many
game.
of quarters on that. Yeah, because Pops lived down the street. There was like an arcade in Cocoa, and they had that. They had the Michael Jackson game. I mean, like it was a really fun little thing, man.
Yeah, the Michael Jackson game. The last boss was you just had to pull down those little pair of pants.
The zipper, the hitbox is so weird. Yeah, I know. I remember playing that game. I'm like, it doesn't really make sense, but whatever.
And you can get that game. They released it for the Sega Genesis. Do you want to know how much someone's trying to sell that game for on eBay right now?
How much?
$411.25. Come on, guy. A quarter? You're gonna make me fork over a Washington quarter?
$400 for pseudo child porn.
Listen, like it was badass. I don't know $400 badass, but I mean, like Michael Jackson got to throw his hat around and and like do moonwalks and stuff. So like, come on, it is almost worth $400.
The game is more expensive than the console that you would use to play it on.
It's very true. There's probably only like 3 in existence anymore.
Yeah.
Everyone else trashed them. Yeah, man.
So when did you stop playing video games?
So I have not yet. There's only certain titles that I'm still very much like passionate for. And so like Final Fantasy, I'll still try the new ones, even though like some of them I think are dog water right now. And then Assassin's Creed is my jam. I will always play every Assassin's Creed. It's awesome.
You playing the new one, Yasuke?
Hell yeah, dude. Big black samurai and little ninja chick. Like, come on. That sounds amazing.
I just think it's funny. I think it's funny if you're going to be like a secret assassin, but you're the only 6'4" black guy walking around.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to like blend in, like pretty much you're just like shadow pose or a statue pose, and you're just standing there. Hopefully no one notices you.
Dude, you know what? They should have just put that in like the 1860s during the Civil War. That would have been really easy to sneak around and kill Confederates with.
Yeah, we got the black ninja. It'll be so awesome.
For this mission, you have to pick cotton for the first 4 minutes. So you
Jeremy.
disappear into the cotton fields.
Oh, Jeremy. Oh, how this has derided already.
Well, there's that one game where you can play as the Confederate, right, in the Union, right? You're all out there in the field and stuff. And that game has like the worst humans on the planet playing it. That's what I've heard. Like no one likes to stream it because of how racist everyone is.
I think I know what you're talking about. I saw a guy playing it, and he was a black guy, and he always plays for the South. He's like, "Come on, brothers, let's get him!" It's just like he's definitely going in on the other side, because once they find out that he's black, they shoot him, and they wind up killing him. It's very racist.
Friendly fire is off, right, guys? No,
yeah,
no
friendly fire is off. I've seen them murdered. They're like, he's not one of us.
Get him.
And these are real life people that are saying that. It's a real player. And I'm sure he has not posted videos like that, because I'm sure he wants to make money. But yeah, I'm sure he's probably heard the worst of the worst.
Yeah, it seems like video games slow down for people as they get older. They stop getting into the newer stuff. Like even I'm picky now with titles that come out.
Well, you're gonna have to spend $70 on a game at least, and then another $60 on DLCs and stuff. So if I'm gonna spend $130 on a game, it better be a damn good game. And I even stopped buying them for the kids, because I'm like, you guys will earn your money, because these things are too damn expensive, and most of them are dumb as hell. So if you really want it, you buy that. I'm not going to buy freaking Mary Poppins and then it turns out to be a horrible game just because you watch some review on it.
And what is your guys' take on the concept that pretty soon, at some point, they may some of these developers who make the really popular games that people play for 20 years nonstop.
Bethesda,
Rockstar,
Naughty Dog.
So they're talking, well, why would we sell a game one time that someone can own and play forever, and they're going to play it for years? Why not just sell games on a subscription basis? You pay monthly to have access to the game, and then you don't get to play it if you're not paying monthly.
Dude, what is this, World of Warcraft?
Yeah, and I guess that could work to a certain extent and whatnot, but I don't know, man. It just seems like if I'm not going to play that month, why am I still going to give you hawk over the $25-$30?
And we used to just buy complete games.
Yeah, and now you don't.
We used to buy a game that was
microtransactions are the rest of the game now.
Well, so you'd play a game.
100%.
The game is super awesome, and then a year later, give us another $5, and here's another 20 hours worth of a DLC side story. Whereas now it's give us $20, and now you can have a pink shirt on instead of a blue shirt.
Or give us another 60 and we'll give you the actual ending of the game, because we only put it out half-assed. This is only half a game, and while you were playing it, we created the other half. So give us another $60-$70. It sucks. And I think it's a really good way of people bringing back the guillotines, eventually, especially with nerds, they don't take kindly to that type of stuff.
Well, we could have a whole conversation about how nerd things have been ruined the last decade and a half.
Yeah, I know, it's sad.
Just they're on a tear.
Dude, they were doing so good. Nerds were what you really wanted to be, and I don't know if that's the truth anymore, because nerds were bad when we were growing up. And I wanted to tell you guys this. I remember back in the day that, as a young man, you had to either choose play video games or touch a vagina. And, most of us did the video games, you know what I mean? But now, it's weird because everyone's playing them, so I forget where I was going with that, but yeah, everyone's playing them. So you've got to be really careful about how you go with the public with the payments and stuff, You
remember when we were little and adults would just go, video games are a waste of time. You'll never make a living playing video games, but people are in fact making a living playing video games nowadays.
People are making an amazing living playing video games, and playing video games that I thought were dead, Overwatch and Apex and stuff like that. I thought those are dead, but they're still going hard on the e-game scene. And these guys are now, 100,000-aires, millionaires.
Chex Quest.
Minesweep.
Yeah, Caden, he had to go and do that esports thing, for a chance at
Caden?
Yes. Yeah, he did he did the Smash Brothers tournament at Full Sail, and it was going for a $20,000 scholarship, something like that.
Oh, wow.
But he wound up winning at school, and so the top 3 gamers got sent from all the schools in Seminole County to Full Sail, and they were all fighting over 20 grand.
What game has pissed everyone off the most?
Oh, God. The game that pisses me off the most is anything I play with one of my kids, to be honest. Any fighting game. especially Dragon Ball Z, the fighting game. I don't know which one. There's like 50 of them. But I play with Caden. I don't know any combos of any of these fighting games. Caden sits there, watches YouTube videos. I cannot stand that. You should just button mash until something miraculous happens.
Yep.
Like, that's the way it's supposed to be when you play these games. So pretty much any fighting game pisses me off.
Now you got to handle that remote like you would a lady in order to get.
You gotta smack it around.
You got to smack around. You got to take the little knobbies and twist them around.
Yeah,
and
you got a
stuff.
quarter
Don't
turn.
do it the wrong way. Yeah, you know, you feel a little vibration. You're like, I'm on it.
You got to put
This
your
is
mouth
nice.
all over that controller to get all those buttons that you need.
You know how you have to
Yeah,
emotionally
absolutely.
manipulate your controller so you can win?
Do what?
Just treat it like a lady.
Mostly manipulate. Be like, baby, you cooked really good dinner. It was a little burnt, but it wasn't bad. The controller just sit there vibrate.
Don't worry, honey. You'll get it. You'll get it next time.
You always have to leave your controller
You'll get
wanting
it next
more.
time. It'll be so delicious next time. Yeah, what do you guys like? What video games like stick out in your mind when you're like little kid playing video games? Because like I grew like my first one was NES. You guys grew up with what, like Super NES or PlayStation?
I had an NES. That was my first console. Duck Hunt.
Duck Hunt, that was awesome.
I would say video games didn't become a huge part of my existence till maybe the 360, the Xbox 360.
Duck Hunt was the first person shooter.
Like,
Dude, I don't understand how Duck Hunt how it works. I still don't understand it today because you fired it at a screen of a 1980s friggin' TV and it worked.
Yeah,
and it
so-
was amazing.
So the way that it does is it carries what it does. It's got a light sensor in the end of the gun, and what it does is it actually tracks in on the certain pixels that you're shooting at near the screen. And so based on the pixel area, the light coming into that sensor, it knows what part of the screen you're looking at, and so that's where it shows up on the screen when you shoot.
wow.
That's awesome. That
It's
sounds like
genius.
magic.
Yeah.
To be honest.
It is magic.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, like 1980s, you know, like, and they come up with that, like that's pretty freaking awesome.
It is pretty dope. You are the shooter, so that's what makes it a first-person shooter because it's you.
Yeah,
And-
100%.
And you're holding the gun in front of you, and then you're shooting it. So
Yeah, and it's actually pretty damn accurate. I mean, I remember like it messing up sometimes, and then like you're walking up to the TV and you're like, no, and the dog starts laughing at you. That pissed me off. But like when it worked great, it was working, man. That was probably one of the funnest NES games ever.
there's a sweet spot on the distance because if you get closer, it ruins the sensor. The sensor can't pick up the full rate of pixels that it's trying to register.
Yeah, you couldn't tell me that. I was a stupid kid. I'd be like, no, look. It's just
Point
up
blank,
against
I
the
shot
screen.
that duck.
Start kicking the ducks on the screen. Die!
Yeah.
Chainsaw.
Holding it sideways. Holding it sideways. Come on, bitch.
A Doom.
Dude was inspired by Duck Hunt. People who were frustrated with Duck Hunt.
Yeah. This is awesome. Well, listen, boys, I unfortunately have to pick up Caden from Waterford. I know the people may not know where that is.
They
but
don't.
It's the fancy Orlando.
Yeah.
Ooh. Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. Yeah, he's out there with all of his friends because of his 18th birthday.
Congratulations, Caden.
Yeah. This doesn't have to go into the show, but what do you guys think about taking him to a titty bar?
This is
Like-
definitely going in the show.
Well, what do we think about you taking your son to the titty bar, or for you to collaborate with our show to take him to the titty bar? Two different things.
Oh, my God. Number one, that would be amazing.
I have a test cam.
And the titty bar could probably be tax write-off for you guys. Be like, oh, we had to do this. You know, we had to put on a show. But yeah, dude, I'm just curious because, like, I'm only 40. I'm a pretty good-looking guy. Caden's 18. I don't know if he saw boobies in real life yet. We haven't, like, had that discussion. So, like, what would you guys do?
You know, I think that it would be healthier for you to take him than for him to find a degenerative enough group to take him instead.
My father didn't even take me to Hooters till I was 30.
Oh God, no! We've done the hoots. We've done the hoots, and he has enjoyed it. So he's definitely a Hooters.
Oh, you're a
guy,
hoot
not
head?
so much a-
They call
he's
it
definitely
we're
a hoot
Hooters.
head. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I was gonna bring it up to him because, like, you guys know that we were talking about him going to Asia, and I was gonna buy him a lady of the night, to make sure that everything is done.
What a good dad.
That's a great dad move. It's a good dad move.
Thank you. Yeah, and he was a little freaked out about that, but he seems a little interested in the titty bar, and I didn't know if it was weird to be like, son, we're having an erection together. You know what I mean?
Well, so I would think the best way to do that would be to surprise him with the titty bar instead of giving him a heads up.
Throw him in there. He
Okay.
has no idea what's
Like,
going on.
hey,
Right
get,
in with the
Take
shark,
the
baby.
bag off of his head.
yeah. You don't want him to get in. Don't let him get into his head about it before you get there, right?
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
you just show up, and also I don't know if it should just be you and him because, like you said, us having a boner together, it should probably be you and a group of like dudes your age, people close to you, and family.
Mm-hmm.
So he sees
Yeah.
you guys drink it. We'll come. I'll go, Mike. You want to go?
I probably won't come. That'd be awkward for everybody.
I come every time.
Hey, listen, man. You spend your money the way you want to, okay?
Just wear an extra pair of underwear. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But, dude, this sounds like it may have to be, a manly trip.
Yeah, and,
So-
and I think a big part of that is because he's going to be, overwhelmed with the titties and the touching and the dancing, right? But he can also look over to this group of elder statesmen who are drinking, having a good time, and not taking it too seriously, like fall in love with the stripper nonsense. Just this is a
That
fun
is-
time to be had. Don't come here and
Yeah.
fall in love and spend your money.
Yeah, right. Go into the
100%.
alley and come.
Yeah, go come in the alley like a man.
Yes. Like a man, not in front of everybody. Yeah.
But that influence, yeah.
So he looks over and he's like, this is how you act inside the strip club. Like, it doesn't need to be awkward. Because, you gentlemen know, like, sometimes you walk into a strip club and it's all, like, everyone's in predator mode and, like, they're just staring at the girl and it's just, like, awkward vibes.
Yes.
So it would be nice if we had, like, a little party and be like, no, it's not weird.
No,
You
we're
ever-
drinking and laughing and talking and hanging out.
Yeah.
You got to be careful. They
Yeah.
will fall in love with you. You have to be really careful. They will fall in love
Put
with
him
you.
on the opposite defensive, like Caden. They're falling in love with you. You
Let him
need to-
down easy.
Caden, they really, really love you. They love your personality, Sometimes you just have to let those women go, though, buddy.
I mean, for them, the money's extra, right? It's
They're there for the passion, for the love of the game.
Yeah. For the love of the game. Oh, that's awesome. All right. Well, listen, boys, I do have to go. I love you guys, man. I am so happy that I got to talk to you.
Real quick, Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone?
who's better for your own reasons?
Ooh, I'm going to have to go with Arnold Schwarzenegger because he looks so much better now. Like Stephen Cologne or
Stephen Cologne.
He just kind of looks. Yeah, Stephen Cologne. He looks just like super fake right now. He has like fake cheekbones and he looks like plasticky. It's really gross. Where Arnold's just like aging gracefully,
Natural.
and he'll eventually just die with pecs and biceps.
And dignity.
Yeah, exactly.
Who are they to protest
Where,
me, huh? Who are they? Unless
Where
they've been me and
Sylvester
been there
Stallone-
and know what the hell they're yelling about.
Yeah, well, like Sylvester Stallone, he's gonna wind up rotting, but there's parts of his body that will never disappear because they're fucking made of silicone, and that's sad. That's
Hey,
not how Rocky
you know what?
should be.
From your mouth to God's ears. Let's hope a part of him's always around forever.
forever and ever.
I wouldn't mind having
All
his
right,
his
I love-
All
jawline
right,
and,
love you too, man.
on the wall.
All right, bye guys.
Bye.
Bye. You know, Jeremy, stripping is probably the oldest video game.
Well, Duke Nukem. There's strippers in Duke Nukem.
Yes, you get to tip. You can even tip them. That was such a great dynamic.
Yep, it's hidden in a secret room.
Going into the strip club and looking at that topless lady as an 8-year-old in a coffee bar.
Well, I remember being like, why is there money in this game?
Right?
Why do I need money?
You could use the urinal. It was great. We've talked about Duke Nukem before. Jeremy, let's go back to questions. Jeremy, hit the button. Jeremy, if you had to be roommates with a video game villain, who would it be?
A video game villain.
Yeah. Roommate. You want me to go first?
Yep.
Dr. Neo from Crash Bandicoot.
Why?
He'd be a mad scientist. He'd have a whole lab and cool stuff. I'm always yelling at him because he's tripping all the breakers.
God damn, the electricity bills. Out of control.
You're covering most of the electricity, Dr. Nero? Dr. Nero?
Yeah.
I just remember the big N.
He's big.
I think it's Dr. Nero. Yeah.
He's goofy
Big
looking.
giant head. He had an N on his giant forehead, and he had like a Tony Stark beard. He's mostly head though. He's got a tiny little body. And he can't stand that Bandicoot breaking all those crates with that little tiki man. Budabaga. Budabaga.
This is extra life.
Yep. I love that in games where you have like a floating thing, like Spyro had the dragon fly and it would change color, let you know how many hits you have left. And the Tiki Man and Crash Bandicoot. Budabaga.
Link had Navi, but Navi didn't tell you when your health was low.
No, you had hearts. The classic heart counter. You know, probably the game that really popularized the heart counter. You know, I see heart counter tattoos on people, and of course they've already lost some life. I don't know what they're doing to when they tattoo the heart counter. Like I'm not gonna lie, dude. If I get a heart counter tattoo, it's gonna be from the Zelda games, and it's full hearts. Absolute. I'm gonna set myself up for success.
Well, is it maxed out too? So you have all the hearts?
No, usually they get like 3 or 4.
Yeah, because they haven't played the game.
All right, now here's what we're doing. 15 hearts, full, ready to go to conquer my life.
From the top of my forehead to my nipple.
This is foreshadowing. I need all 16 heart containers. You know what? Throw a couple gold ones on the end too. I'm on a rampage. Jamie, who's going to be your roommate? What about one of the Metal Gear villains? What, Liquid Snake?
No, because then my place will get bombed or something. Like while I'm
You'd
just
have robots barging in, causing ruckuses.
It needs to be a nice tranquil place.
Who's the most chill villain you can think of?
What if they're reformed?
Reformed?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's his name from Resident Evil with the glasses? Skylar?
Wesker?
Wesker. All right, Jimmy. So Wesker, he's been to rehab. He's gone through conditioning. Wesker shows up, and he's answering your ad in the paper, and he says, "I'm ready to get started on my new life. Look at my cool new heart tattoos. Let's do this."
Why are they green?
Well, it is infected.
Yeah, that's what I'd be worried about having Wesker as a roommate, is that I'd eat the wrong thing out of the refrigerator and then get the T virus.
Sorry, old habits die hard.
Now I'm just like a super strong guy who has no skin.
I got a mushroom on my back or whatever. and
right.
Tentacle dick.
I fused with the dog and I have no the tongue.
Look what you did to me.
I don't know, maybe Ganon.
Ganon. Okay,
Yeah.
sticking to the Zelda
To
train.
the Zelda thing, because he's always out trying to fucking conquer something somewhere else.
He's the only one of his kind, male. He's the only male of his kind.
And he'd never be home. You know what I mean? I
He's
pretty
too
much have
busy.
the castle to myself.
He's too busy. He's got a lot going on.
Yeah, and you're saying if he was my roommate, but I'd probably be his roommate.
All of his bills are on auto pay.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about any of that shit.
But then occasionally he comes home drunk, but he's in pig form.
Yeah, that's fine. The castle's big. It's a big place.
Wait, no, he moves in with you in
No,
your
I'm
house.
moving into his castle.
Okay, so you answered his ad
Yep.
in this scenario. So Ganon's looking for a roommate. He's like, listen, I just need someone to kind of watch the place while I'm gone, gallivanting about, trying to take care of this Link character.
You don't have to pay anything. You just keep the bushes alive.
Right, someone keeps taking the bushes and throwing them into the
Yeah,
river.
just keep watering my plants and making pottery.
Now be careful, I've hidden many rubies in those bushes. And I've scattered clay pots everywhere. In corners of rooms.
Actually, the bathroom is right over there behind the 30 clay pots.
Right, but there's a secret button under one of them
The only way
that
to,
opens the bathroom.
the only way to get to the bathroom is to smash all of the pots. in the
Right.
room.
Now I do change where the button is. It is a half bath. It's just the it's just the tub.
It's a half bath. It's just a shower head.
That's the half I went with. They gave me the option. I went with the shower.
They said you want the top half or the bottom half.
Shower curtain, no drain. The shower curtain stops, so you can see the underside of your body through the shower curtain.
To turn on the water, it's just the the water temple.
Yeah.
It's just a block in the wall, and you click it, and the music starts. There's no drain in the room.
Whoop whoop, whoop whoop, whoop whoop.
I have to take a shower before all my heart containers run out.
Right. But my tattoo's full. No. All right, Jeremy. Let's do one more. Oh, on our Discord, Invader Tangent answers the roommate question. Monster Hunter, because I would be the villain. Ooh, hot take. He's the video game villain. Shout out John from Necromantic Empire.
That's what a real shout out is.
I feel like we covered that one. Okay, Jeremy. If you have to replace Star Trek The Next Generation characters with video game characters, who would you pick? And let's do like 3, right? So who's replacing Jean-Luc Picard? Hello, it is I, Jean-Luc Picard.
So it's got to be a leader.
What are you saying? They're letting me go. No. Logan, they're trying to take me away, Logan. All right, Jeremy, who are we going for Picard?
Okay, so Picard has to be like a leader type, right? And also has to deal with aliens. So I don't know if this is the perfect example, but my mind is going towards Marcus Phoenix.
From the
Gears
of
of
War franchise.
Because he is a great leader. I'm only worried that he has such disdain for aliens that he might not take the
just
prime
tries to-
directive.
No, it's just bugs, right? He just hates bugs. Don't be a bug, and you're fine.
Yeah, just don't be a bug thing.
Just don't be a bug about it.
Yeah.
You know? All right, Jeremy, what's about, let's do Data.
Data.
You know, he's a robot.
Pinocchio from Lies of P. He's a warrior, though.
Pinocchio's kind of a robot.
He's a robot.
Yeah. He doesn't have any flesh.
He's a robot.
He's just a wooden robot.
He's a wooden robot.
All right, Pinocchio is Data. And let's go Worf.
So Worf is a tough one, right? Because he's got to be of a warrior race,
Yes.
right? He's got to be a warrior type alien. But
Yeah.
also, if you watch the show,
all business, you know.
yeah, but he gets beat up all the time too, though. He gets thrown around more than anybody else, if I remember correctly.
Master Chief.
Yeah, I guess Master Chief could be Worf. I
Yeah.
mean,
Why not, right?
for DEI's sake, I probably would have made him black, but
We don't know what Master Chief is, Jeremy.
Kratos.
Kratos.
He fits all the descriptions.
Jeremy, Kratos would make a great Worf.
Kratos is Worf.
Yep. All right, we have been MJSYVERSE.
But Isaac Clarke is the engineer.
Oh yeah, from Dead Space. Yep.
He doesn't have to deal with all the trauma, except he thinks everyone's a necromorph.
He's just in his suit in the bay with all the glowing tubes and humming computers.
He's the one who transports you in.
Yeah. He's the one who does all the beaming.
Yeah, he hits the beam everybody.
That's right.
It's actually a pretty good step up from what he was doing before.
That's pretty much right. Well, we have been MJSYVERSE.
It's MJSYPOD.
On all of the things. You can email the show. Our email is UHJYEAH at MJSYVERSE.com. Shoot us an email if you have a show that you want us to steal, or if you want to be our band of the week. You can submit your music and we'll promote your band. Jeremy, guess what, Jeremy?
What?
We have a Patreon.
We do.
Yeah, actually, we just uploaded a video of Jeremy not eating really hot sauce onto that Patreon. So that's patreon.com/ you guessed it, MJSYVERSE. You guessed it's not in that. Don't type that in. / MJSYPOD. We have a secondary channel on Spotify, Michael and Jeremy Steal Your Podcast Supreme, where you can actually link your Patreon account and get everything all in one spot there for you on Spotify.
Mike actually also got a new addition to his family today. Today's episode was a little disjointed because we had introduce Michael to his new
Doge.
puppy.
Yeah. So that's been an experience.
He's going to post pictures of him and his puppy on Patreon.
So during this episode, I've been adopting a dog.
in real time.
During the episode. So that's been fun.
5 stars and all the things.
Yeah, shoot
Like
us some
and
5 stars. All this, like, subscribe, 5 stars. Go back, listen to the other shows that we've stolen that you haven't heard yet.
Our theme song was made by William Lanham.
The great and talented, illustrious William Lanham of William Lanham Music on YouTube.
Josh supports us.
We're brought to you by Dungeon Studios. Check them out, dungeonstudios.co.
We have a phone number. It's 903
287
0660.
Call, leave a voicemail. Much like you never did tell anybody your relationship to Rob. You started talking about it's like, oh yeah, your son. I'm very familiar. That was Jeremy's brother Rob who called in. Everybody. So he did see the shout out, the call to action. He did see the call to action and called in the show. You could do the same thing if you follow us on our socials. Michael and Jeremy Steal Your Podcast. All right, Jeremy, I think that's it.
I think so, buddy.
All right, Jeremy, I love you.
Ba-ding.
A coin sound.
Ba-ding, 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 ba-ding. Peace.
Bye.
Hold your pillow tight. You don't know what's coming tonight. Hold your pillow, dear. The cold of night is drawing so near. Funny how the moon will play with shadows on the walls, keeping your spirits awake. Everything you dimly guess will seem twice as tall until the morning finally breaks. You may think they came for you. You may believe they will take you to a place where all laws are broken. But in truth they'll just pass by. They'll just entertain your eyes with silent tales always unspoken.
Oh, Jimmy, we did a good job.
I love video games.
We did such a good job. Oh, B. Ross, what a great podcast. We really enjoyed stealing it. Now, can you please hit the lever?
Yeah, dude, this lever right here should actually should work. Let me just hit this.
Yeah, okay. Oh, now it's coming down now.
Yeah, other way.
Other way.
Oh, let me use my foot.
Okay.
Ow, now, brown cow. Still got it.
My bones are broken.
Every rose. That's not right.
Well,
Sorry
anyway.
about all those dead animals in there. People it's hunting season. People throw a lot of those away.
Yeah, it was. One of them was inside of me.
Why are they all kittens?
That sucks.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, B. Ross, you could have your podcast back. We had our way with it.
Okay, well, I'm sorry about those fractured ribs.
They'll heal.
Duct tape.
I have insurance.
Appreciate you guys stealing it.
Oh, no, never
Well,
heard that
yeah.
before.
Well, no problem, man.
welcome.
Hey, when you get a couple episodes of that Seal, what is your Seal podcast called? If you had to tell me what it is right now.
It's a Sealcast kiss from, no. It's just Sealcast.
Just Sealcast.
Yes, real deal Sealcast.
Real deal seal.
Kiss from a pod on a cast.
It's from a podcast. Well,
No.
yeah, you're going to be in a cast here for a couple weeks. So
Oh yeah,
it's
full
fitting.
body. Absolutely. Oh, Jabby.
Ooh.
Jeremy, you just shit blood
Yeah.
when that happened.
I'm channeling my inner seal.
That was
Again,
good.
I don't understand
Can I
how
use
you
that?
become fully naked whenever these things happen.
The compactor.
Jeremy, it's fully open. We're fine.
I can't breathe.
Jeremy, you're fine.
My power, my pleasure,
Pleasure, my pain.
be all bow. I'm working on my be all bow.
Bow, bow.
Oh no! A catastrophe's happened in the studio. You popped the cat.
Mike, go get paper towel.
Yep.
Ask for Nikki. Get paper towel.
Jeremy, no!
It's about to drip through the crevice of the table. What is this?
Marshmallows.
What is this?
What is this? Is it allowed to be on skin?
Can you help me take my headphones off?
Oh my god, Jeremy.
I need my headphones off.
Oh no. Jeremy. Jeremy. Oh god. More paper towels.